Piece of history is getting a new lease on life outside of Hamilton, Illinois this summer. Volunteers are rebuilding a century-old barn at the Western Illinois Threshers lot to showcase the architecture of old agriculture. The barn utilizes wood from the old structure with some new building methods to save some money. Project leaders hope the barn will inspire younger generations.
Is to educate people on what the culture and the past practices of agriculture was. I'm an educator myself, and I think it's very, very important that our young people know about that.
And weather permitting, the project should be done in time for the Western Illinois Threshers Show August 3rd through the 5th.